Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new review. Behind us is the new Kia Sorento Facelift. This is the model year 2025. We're gonna check out this beautiful SUV, in-depth exterior interior details, and for European standards, this is a large SUV. Maybe for North American standards, this would be a mid-size SUV, but it doesn't matter. It's a really nice big SUV for a family, so let's check it out and jump into the review. Here's the new Kia Sorento. Now it looks really more sharp, more pronounced with the new daytime running lights and the new headlights. Now, if we unlock the car, let me show you those. You can see the turn signals and you can see the daytime running lights. They're flashing only on the camera, of course. Now you can see also the pixel lights. There are 4 lenses in a row, vertically. Now, before we dive into the car, let me show you the key fob. So the key fob is kind of rubberized material. It's very light, and look at this, it's mirrored. So that's nice. Now we have the lock button here. It's like a detonator. Lock and then unlock, hold to unlock the cargo space, and then we have here remote control. You can hold this and you can take it out of the parking spot if it's a tight parking spot or garage spot. So that's nice. We have this nice keychain, same material, with a leather strap there. So that's nice. Now diving to the car. The car looks amazing. Now this is a keyless entry, of course. If I approach the car, it's going to unlock, but I'm going to unlock it once again just to show you the headlights. Let's come a little bit closer. I love the creases on the hood. This sharp lines, it's really pronounced, and it looks gorgeous with this sharp lines for the daytime running lights. And if I come close, you can see the LED headlights. So 4 lenses there. Now this is a black metallic color. I think this piece is actually piano black despite the color, just matching at this particular car. And then this is also piano black detail there. Of course, the grille is black. We have a new mesh design. So checking here with the wide lens camera for 360 parking, you can see the new Kia badge. Now they've added some silver, like a matte silver finish here and at the bottom. So that's nice looking. Now here on the edge we have unpainted plastic extending, and then again a little bit silver just to break it apart. And we have here air tunneling on the side. Now I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up. I can barely see it in person, but it is side tunneling the air there. You can see 360 parking sensors, and there are LED fog lights at the bottom. And there's a radar there. You can see big opening, air opening on the bottom. For the radiator, there are already some stone chip hits. I wish they would add this plastic cover. It's like protection for the radiator. Some of the car industry is doing that, some is still not. So you can see also there. Huge thanks to Kia Center Zagreb for giving me the car for review in this case, and for inviting me to the press conference. Now I already filmed the B-roll last time. We're now focusing on the review. It's a bit cloudy day, so there's gonna be some sun and cloudy day. So you're gonna see the car, in all the light environments. Very beautiful looking SUV. Again, just it looks so Americanized. Look at these. So these are 20-inch. You can see the alloys are 255/45 R20 extra large. Came on the Continental tires, premium contact 6 tire. Now diamond cut here on the edge, but it's like very smooth finish. I think they kind of spray the clear coat, so this is not a rough. It's a very smooth under your fingers. It's not like you're gonna touch it, just an info there. So it's silver on black, and then we have this 5-spoke Kia cover for the lug nuts. Now you can see the big disc brakes. Now ground clearance is 18 centimeters for those of you who are interested. And you can see here, again, silver, and then this is like matte finish, also silver metallic. Now on the sun, you can see that this is a black metallic color. Now let me just unlock the car once again. Actually, when I'm close, the car should unlock, but sometimes, it just, when you unlock it and then lock it, it gets confused, but it works for the most time. This is for all the cars in general, happens like that. Turn signals, and you can see here the wide lens cameras there. Let me show you here. Before the mirror folds, you have a blind spot warning. I don't see the auto dimming. Be nice if they had that as well, but you're taller, so maybe not so much necessary, unlike when you're in a lower car. Now, windshield, you can see actually on the dash, head-up display, 2 speakers, there's a light sensor there. I know it's a bit sunny, so I'm not sure if you can see all of it. There's a rain sensor and a lane assist camera right here. Washer nozzles are here under the bonnet or under the hood. And of course we have a double glazed windshield, now standard. This is a glass piece, and then we have the panel roof here that's tinted and it is openable. Plus we have the silver slim roof racks for better aerodynamics. Now, I don't see the edges like where you should put a box on the top, so I guess you can put it anyway, more forward or backward. And we have the chrome outline around the windows with this little piece here on the C-pillar window. Let me back up here. You can see the whole car and it looks really amazing. Actually, if I back up a little bit more, you can see the whole SUV. It really looks elegant. I like the silhouette towards the end. Looks a bit aerodynamic. And again, type in the comments, doesn't this really look Americanized? I'm sorry for mentioning it too many times, but it just, that's the feeling I have. A little silver on the handles there. You have a plastic unpainted button. And let me see here, there. You can pop this plastic as a physical cylinder, but I just not sure if it's in this key fob I showed you. It's very possible that it is. I just didn't figure out how to open it. Usually it's very easy to figure it out. Now, you can see the skirt there. Moving to the back, tinted windows in the back, looks very actually nice tint, very dark. There are shade options, but I haven't put them on. Look at the rear. So again, 255, 45, R20. Now, very likely that this is unlocked from the inside, but let me just check here once again. If I unlock the car, okay. I was confused because the mirrors didn't fold. Now there we go, you can see diesel and add blue. Now I haven't mentioned, but it's a 2.2 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel, 193 horsepower. In Croatian specs is actually 194, doesn't matter. But we're gonna mention all of that once again once we get to the bonnet or the front hood. Now checking the back end, and let me see if I can open this to turn on the taillights. Yeah, there we go. You can see the LED taillights look so much better. They're sharp, kind of connected here on the top, but looking very beautiful. This is of course all LED, and we have white LED lights for the license plate illumination as well, and you can see the cat eyes on the bottom. So if I back up, you can see the SUV looks really good from the back as well. We have a spoiler that's extending from the rear. There are like these small tips here just to look at a little bit more dynamic. Have the shark fin antenna there. And interesting, you have a stoplight on the top here, but look at this. You have a camera. So this is for a digital rear view mirror. There's an option for that as well. And we have a, again, beautiful new Kia badge. Just looks more minimalist and clean looking, bit premium as well. We have the wide lens camera there, and Sorento badge, and this is an all-wheel drive, so there's the 4X badge as well. So you might notice there's no buttons here. It's actually underneath here in the center where you press. So just to cover here, unpainted plastic on the bottom part of the bumper. You have the parking sensors, cat eyes. I believe the fog lights are here, and a reverse lights dual. You can see that. Trying to see the exhaust pipe, it is on the right side. Let me just pop here because I can use the key. Actually, I forgot, you can wave with your foot. So let me just demonstrate that as well. You can see here, you can close or with a delay. Now, you saw the turn signals as well. Now, instead of using this one to hold, you just wave with your foot. Okay, it was an option, and I know I've unlocked it a few times, but of course when I'm trying to demonstrate it, it just doesn't want to do it, so I'll just use the key fob. But trust me, it works, because I opened it unintentionally a few times when I was trying to check some detail at the bottom. So there we go. This is nice and very spacious cargo space. So I'm a 2 meter tall person, 6.6 in feet, so just height wise comparison, it opens fairly tall, could be a little bit taller. If you ask me, some cars can raise up more. You can program the height by holding here, and when you hear a beep, it memorizes the height. So if you have a lowered garage, you can actually program this lower, not to hit the ceiling. You can here adjust manually. You can open here from the inside, unlock from the inside if you need to in some cases. And checking here, this looks like leather, and then you actually pull this down, and then you can see underneath it's kind of textile material. Now this, you can see this can go in, and then you can push it over there, but then the row wouldn't be able to back up or recline this further behind. Now cargo space is 902 liters of cargo space, if I'm not mistaken, and then 2085 when you knock down the seats. There is a 7-seat option. In that case, you would get, I think it was something like 172 liters only for the this area behind the second row, but that's that. Very nice and spacious. We have a plastic cover here, so you can, if you're camping, sit here, change or cover it if it's raining. Now let me show you here. There is some room here. You can put emergency triangle, I guess, here beneath these straps. You get a patching kit, and this is just my backpack. And then there's extra room here. Look at this. So you can see all of that. You can even put something longer here. So that's that. Underneath it's plasticky. It has this, look at this, and over here, look at this. So it's not rubbing plastic, so there won't be too many sounds coming that you don't like. Okay, so this is nice because there's a wheel arch here, so they didn't add something more here. I don't think there's that much space, but there is a little bit space if you need to put like a golf clubs here, for example. Now, net points on both sides. We have the tether points on both sides, so you can see that. These are supposedly metal, but it feels plasticky. Maybe it's just wrapped in plastic or dipped in plastic, so it doesn't, I guess, scratch the metal. You can see this one. You can place it here and then fix it here. Now, on the right side, you have a 12-volt outlet. You can knock down left and right. I'm gonna knock down the left so you can see that. That is very nice. Now, you have a speaker on the left side. I haven't noticed any lights here, but I haven't tested the car at night as well. And over here, you have a speaker in the C-pillar on both ends as well. So that is that. This is just for the air to exit. There's always openings in the bumper, but it's hidden, of course, in the body, so you cannot see it. The air needs to exit someone when you close the doors. Now, let's just see the SUV from this end. So once again, gorgeous looking SUV. I really love this. And not sure if you can notice here where the wiper was. So the wiper is there, so it comes to this end and back. So it's a really nice way how they've hidden it. Good opening and closing sound. Now, let me just show you the cargo space. That's very, very big. And you can see it's almost flat. It's going slightly upwards, but perhaps you can camp in this car. To get this up, you have to put this up and then recline that up. So this is the first locking position, it's 90 degrees. Then I'm gonna use my elbow here. You can see you can recline that all the way down. So that is very nice when you need space. Now let me just come back to the doors. The doors open very wide and it's easy to jump inside, easy to put a child seat. And let's check the seals. So we have double sealing here. Inside the seal, all standard. The doors go all the way down. So when you're washing, there won't be water residue on the step there. And you can see rubber seal as well there. Now, if it's a sunny day like this, it's nice to have this for privacy or for kids. It covers the whole back window. Nice detail. Now check this. This is all soft touch, covered by leather. Premium feeling inside. Everything is padded, covered by leather. This is nice and sturdy. And even the plastic areas, it's nice and robust. You have a cup holder. It has a rubber bottom and there are adjustable here. So that's a nice touch. Also rubberized power windows and heated seats, big handles. Now you can see this 3D texture. There is actually ambient lights as well. So this looks nice. Great plastic. Bose speakers, really good sound system for the upgraded Bose speakers. Speaker there, and there's a little pocket there. Sorento aluminum doorstep. And you have also plastic steps here. This is good if you have kids. You know, they just don't look if they're gonna step here or here, but they step everywhere. So this good to have this protection, at least not to like scratch all of that. Now, the seats are very comfy. We have on the smooth side here on the size leather, this is a bit more rough. Has a good texture. It's perforated. Now on the front we have the ventilated and heated seats. I think on the rear they should be also ventilated, but I just saw the heating option, so I might be wrong. Now you saw push this to knock down or to recline, and you can see how that looks. You can see when it's closed. Okay, so you know I've mentioned there's no lights on the back. It wasn't on the side. I was thinking it was on the top. I didn't see it from that angle, but you can see the light there. Of course, there's a light there because it has a 7-seat option as well. Now, push up to go back and forward, slide. So that's that. Here, look at this. You have a leather pocket and then you have a net strap. Very smart. Okay, jumping inside. Now, we have this rough textiles. So this is kind of a material that's kind of plasticky, but it's kind of rough, so it doesn't slide. Look at the feet space. Plenty of feet space. I was a bit lowered, and there's plenty of knee room. So a very spacious SUV. Again, I showed you those pockets. So this is plastic, and then everything else is leather. Of course, you can push these up, press here to lower that. Now the passenger seat is very practical because it has this. You can tilt, and then you can press this when it goes to relax sleeping pose. You have 2 USB-Cs for fast charging. Also smart Kia. Smart Kia design. Here you have the air vents. You can see close and open, and you can adjust the directions. And then there's a 120 volt or 180 watt socket there. And let me show you the sliding option here. Wow, almost it's all the way, so it almost gets to the AC here. You can see my feet can barely fit, but that's the travel. Let me see if I can show you with this one. Okay, wow, it goes all the way. Look at this. Look at the amount of space here. There's a styrofoam here for the like a cargo space. Of course, you can maybe take it out. I'm not sure if this would be then up or it would fall down, but you can see the space. Now, let me actually get it back there. You can see there's a seatbelt buckle there, holder. So also very practical. You saw the speaker I showed you. Again, there's that light, and You know, there's a panel roof here. I'm gonna turn the camera around just to show the headspace, but over here there is some room, of course, planned for the second row on the back. Over here you have the armrest, nice and big, 2 cup sizes, rubberized bottom, so even there's a rubber here so it doesn't make any sounds. High quality finish, and look at those details. You can even put the straps here so it's doesn't go up. You don't feel it because it's lowered. So this is kind of stiffer, but you can squeeze a third person on the back because there's so many here. There's a lot of leg room. This is a bit wide but not too tall, so again, very spacious. Let me close this up. Good closing sound, and wow, good soundproof. Now headspace. Amazing headspace. I'm touching with my hair on the top, but if I go, okay, this is an issue for my head. I'm touching the edge, but then this is okay, and then I can even recline a bit back and I can just relax on a longer journey. Now I've left the panel roof open. It's cloudy, but you can see there's more light coming inside. You don't have to spec the panel roof, but it is nice. It has electronic shade there, and that's it. Now here's the front end. Now it's a bit changed. Let's get on the front because I need to turn the AC. It's really hot. So I'm gonna open the doors to get some air inside. Before we exit, just to show you, you can adjust the seat belt on the front. Height-wise, there are 3 handles on all sides besides the driver. So for some reason, I like to have it on the driver's side, but I guess they decided to save some money there. But they really did a good job on everything else, so I can't complain. This is slowly closing, and I have a light physical button, and it's called LED lights, and you have hooks on the back on both ends. Wow, it's really hot in the car without AC, so getting some air. Okay, continuing on. You can see the physical key cylinder. So yeah, the physical key must be in the key fob. I just haven't figured it out. I usually do. You can check the manual for that. Now again, same seals. The doors go all the way down. Same soft touch materials. Cutting in. So one thing worth mentioning is that the front windows are double glazed. This is nice. You have a pillar window, so you can see behind the mirror or between the mirror for pedestrians. That's a good thing. Soft touch, you know, everything is the same as on the back. Now look at this. You have electronically adjusted mirrors. You have lock and lock. You have that on the passenger side there as well. All power windows, fully automatic. You can lock the rear, not individually, but still you can lock it. There's a little spider here. I don't want to kill it. Just take it out. There we go. Okay, now you have ambient lights in this that I've mentioned. You can't really see it during the day, but there's going to be luckily separate night review. You can check out the separate video on the channel. And here you have 2 memory positions, and you have a massage option there. Also, rubber mat, nice pocket, Bose speaker there. Same Sorento aluminum doorstep. Now here's the tire pressure. If you have more luggage and more people, you have to have a higher tire pressure. Do pay attention to that. It's for safety if you need to avoid like a moose or any hazard on the road, for stability on the back wheels. Now here is an amplifier for the Bose speakers. It's underneath the driver's seat. You can see the carpets, rigid carpets. You can see the sport paddles. It's like a truck gas paddle, or diesel paddle in this case. You're gonna pop the bonnet at the end. There's a fuse box here. This is not a compartment. You can adjust the headlights here. You can hold from the driver position to open and close the cargo and traction off option. Now, check out the seats. Check this out. Look at this. So you can extend this if you want to relax. And this is an amazing thing if you're going on longer journeys and you just need to stop and rest. And there might not be a place you can sleep in, but you can take a nap in your car. Back, forward, up, down for the tilt of the seat, and then up and down. So you can really adjust everything you need. And then you have the lumbar. So this is like in and out. and then it could go up and down. Excuse me, this is the lumbar, and then this is for the bolsters, my mistake. So I can see the bolsters are moving. The seats are very comfortable, very firm, but in a good way. And then with all these options that I showed you, the bolsters, these are amazing seats, such a comfortable SUV. This steering column is electronically adjusted, as you can see, and you can see the top. Now let's jump inside and show you the interior changes on the facelift. Now this has an easy entry, so it does move when I turn on the car. Wow, excellent soundproof. I can barely hear anything outside, but let me just show you a detail here. So thumbs up for this, because I'm a very detailed reviewer. You can see here, look at this. This is foam. You can see it here. They really did a good soundproof on this SUV. Okay, switching to wide lens. There's going to be separate point of view driving, so check that one out with no talking during the day, so you can hear all the sounds the car makes. And then there's going to be separate night point of view review. Sorry. There's a start stop button. I'm gonna turn it on because I need the AC, and I think I need the engine for that as well. So in the head-up display, I'm not sure if you saw it, it tells you to check out the blind spots. Now look at this, it turns the cooled seats. Now you can turn it off if you don't like it, but it's nice. I'm just gonna lower it a bit. Actually, I'm gonna turn it off because I'm sweaty. I don't want to get a back pain. Okay, zooming back in. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear the diesel engine. It's not that loud for a diesel. And checking the steering wheel. Okay, so we have nice texture on the steering wheel. Has a nice grip. It's a 3-spoke. And you have the new Kia badge. Now, the latest pre-facelift Sorento also had the new badge here, but check this out. This is all familiar, so you have voice commands, volume, favorites, phone calls, lane assist, cruise distance, and the trip computer. But you have this new connected 2 screens. They're in the same bezel, but they're 2 connected screens. One's touch, the other one's not, obviously. And the air vents were separated, like a small piece and top piece. Here they've reorganized it into one piece, so you hear close and open. So that's nice. You have the air vent going to the side there. You have a speaker in the A-pillar. So just to cover this, this is all leather padded. This is plastic because of the heads-up display frame. You have the speakers there. So in the A-pillar, in the corner, and then 2 here, that's a light sensor I showed you. You can see the head-up display there. And then the whole dash is really looking nice. You have the same material here that's over there in the doors. You have ambient lights for the dash. We're gonna see that at night. Actually, you can see it here slightly. That's that. Now, you can see the screen looks beautiful. And look at this, it's very fast now. Look at the speed of this. Very nice. That's why I've turned 60 frames per second this time. While recording, it's usually 30. You can also see here sport paddles. You can actually feel, I'm not sure if you can see this, you can feel this one's like going outside and this one's going inside. So that is that. You have the lights here, could be automatic turn signals, automatic long beam, and wiper controls, all standard. You saw the start stop button there. You see the air vents closed and open. Hazards. Unfortunately, you cannot see them in the mirrors. I like that option, but maybe they can add something in the future. And then at the bottom here, you can see the AC front, rear defrost, climate, automatic. There's like 3 settings for the fan speed. And let me just lower the... Okay, I'm gonna lower the fan so it's not noisy. And here you can switch to shortcuts for the infotainment. Then you have here volume. Now when it's on the volume, you can press to turn it on.
This is my city.
Okay, I can't play this for too long, but the speakers, the Bose speakers are amazing. Short demo again. I have to mute it. Amazing. So this will automatically switch back to AC if you don't touch it. There you go. And I love this layout. This is a really smart solution. Now I can see that this here is a protective film someone just didn't remove here. So you can see that. It's a glossy plastic underneath. I'm just gonna leave it at this time because I don't have anywhere to throw it. I like to recycle. Okay, so here we have the same. We have the cover. There's a smartphone charger here. This is a rubber mat, so there's also a little place you can put stuff. USB-C, so one for fast charging. The other one's like for fast charging as well, or for media. You can see it switches colors, and then this light turns on when the QI charger is active. You have the heated seats, you have the ventilated seats for the driver and the passenger on the front, and 8-speed automatic dual clutch. So this is a nice system. So reverse, when you go to reverse, it shakes like a phone, like when it's on silent, it's just like a little vibration. Neutral or drive. Actually, I wanted to put it to neutral, but just switch to drive immediately, so there's no mistake. See, when you're going for reverse, it skips neutral. And then you press park. Before we go to park, you can see here, so this is amazing. The outdoor is not the same color as the vehicle, but it doesn't matter. And it has this kind of shade, black piece of shade. But when you move the steering, you can see the wheel projection, where the wheels are going, and there's options here. I'm gonna come back to the infotainment, or actually might do it separately. I'll decide later because it's a very deep infotainment option wise. 2 cup holders. There's a rubber mat. You can take it out and clean all this food crumbles. Adjustable cup holder. Now here you can see you have smart, sport, eco, and normal. Now you can see that here as well. So in smart, this is the layout. Sport, here have driving modes, and then you have the terrain option. There is snow, mud, and sand. I'm not gonna use that because we don't need it. There's heated steering wheel, auto hold when you're in traffic lights. That's a nice feature. Downhill assist, electronic parking brake, which is engaged automatically and disengaged automatically. Parking camera button, so it's a shortcut. You can turn that always on. Parking sensors on and off, and auto start stop off. Now here the pre-facelift had another cup, but they've added the fingerprint reader. I was riding like when the first iPhone came with this, it's now all face recognition, but that was a nice option. Anti-theft, and maybe true program if you have multiple drivers, which you do for like younger drivers who don't have experience, to maybe reduce the power they can use in the car. This is nice and long. It doesn't extend, but it's more or less soft. You can see the opening mechanism. You can put a card here, and you have this rubber big tray there, and this is quite big. Let me just see. Yeah, there is like, this is an AC tunnel towards the rear. Okay, so let me just put the car back in park. I was holding the brake with my foot. Okay, you can see here there's a little room, so if you put a cable, you can route it perhaps. Okay, so it won't be squashed if it's like your phone is here and your cable's down there with the connected by wire. And there's this area here we can maybe put something, but I don't know, it's not really. I would put something here personally. Now, ISOFIX, you have them on the back. On the front, there are no ISOFIX. Unfortunately, that would be very nice, but maybe because of this, so the kids wouldn't play with this. If you have a second kid, if there's a child seat, maybe they didn't want to add that for that reason. This is nice flint. This is very, very spacious, but it's a bit dark, and there is cold light in there as well. So that is that. Now, moving up here, we have auto dimming mirrors. So you can see this edge here, that's auto dimming. I don't see it on the side mirrors, unfortunately. And then you can engage the screen here. Look at this. Now you can tilt it like that. So, okay, then I can see that that's not okay. it works like this. Now overview on the rear is good, but you have the mirror here. You can go to settings, you can then play with the brightness, you can play with the up and down. So I think there's more options than this, perhaps. Okay, maybe there was another car I've played with. Okay, this one just has the height and the brightness, but still very nice. So it's a big SUV, that's practical to have. On the top here you have the emergency button behind this cover, so the kids wouldn't press by accident, although I think they're gonna figure out if they press anyway. You have the, maybe this is for cleaning, I guess, maybe not to press it. And here you have the cold LED lights, you have those. So cutting this in just to open the roof here, you can see you have the wind deflector. So this is all the way it opens. There's fairly enough opening. It doesn't open all the way to the edge, but it's good. And one of the cool features when you use a turn signal, it shows you here the blind spot, so in both of the bubbles. You have temperature sensors. There are microphones for Bluetooth calls. This is nice and soft black roof liner. There's documents holder and a beauty mirror that's really big. Hi. Now on the top there's a light you can turn on. Interesting, this is cold light and this is warm light, but when you close this, it just flips the switch and turns it off. Okay, now let me see if this extends. There is this arrow here, so I'm hoping that it does. Let me see. Oh, it does. Thumbs up for Kia. Okay, that's very nice. Not too many cars have this option, but it's a really practical thing to have. So yeah, and not to forget headspace. So I think I was in the lowest position. Plenty of headroom. I'm barely touching with my hair the edge of the panel roof, but it's very comfortable on the back and front for a very tall person such as myself. Maybe not for NBA players, but it's good. I'm gonna switch it off and okay, close. And to open the bonnet, so just underneath the A, push to the left. Voila, it has the gas struts. So let me just back up a little bit. Now, I've mentioned it's a 2.2 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine, 194 horsepower, so almost 200 horsepower, linked to 8-speed automatic dual clutch transmission. Washer fluid is here, nice blue, so you won't miss that. Your coolant, 12-volt battery, and so on. Now that's the fuse box, but you can see Smart Stream D turbo. Let's let it drop. Closes perfectly. Now, since this is an all-wheel drive, if you get a towing hook on the back, you can tow with this diesel 1.5 ton. That's 1,500 kilograms. So that is that. Okay, before we wrap the video, to show you the remote start with the key fob. Now let's get to the front and I'll demonstrate. Then we'll come back to the rear. So the car needs to be locked. You can see the mirrors are folded. Then to remote start it, you press the unlock and then you press the lock again. Then you hold the hold button until the engine starts. Once it's started, you can go forward or backwards. Let's go forward, for example. You hold the button, the lights come on, the car starts going forward, and it'll go forward until you release the button. So same for the reverse, hold the reverse, it starts going reverse. So it's not too fast, so it gives you enough time to stop and just beat it. So you can see how that works. You release, it stops. You even saw that the fog lights, reverse lights were on, so everything is according to the regulations. So to demonstrate once again, let's go slightly forward from the rear. So it goes forward. It starts nicely, it's not too fast, so it's safe. In order to turn it off, you just hold the hold button. Once again, the engine will turn off, and that's that. So a very practical feature if you're in a tight parking spot, if you're in a garage, if you can't open your door, safe to exit remotely and then just jump into the car and take off. So everyone, thank you for watching to the end. Tell me in the comment section below, how do you like the new facelift? I really like the new LED taillights and the headlights, but I especially like the new dash, which is more simpler and clean looking. Now, if you like this review, if you think it's informative, do give this video a like, helps me a lot, and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. Click the bell to get notified when I upload more videos. I'm actually getting close, very close, less than 1,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate your subscribe. Thank you for watching once again, and stay safe out there. See you in the next one. Bye.